Okay. So we're going to start with this halter, and we're also going to use a show stick. And on our show stick, it has a curved end and it has a dull pointed end, so we don't hurt the animal. And this hook that we have will hold the halter so that we can place it over the top of their head. The end of the halter is where we'll put a knot to help us pick up the lead rope with the show stick and to hold on when we hold the calf. The halter has two parts. One part where we put the nose of the calf, and the other part that slips over the ears and goes behind the ears. And this part is where it slips and where we tighten up the lead rope on the calf. This goes underneath the chin, and on the left side, as you're standing behind the calf, on the left side of the calf. When we put the halter on the animal, we'll use the stick to hold up the halter, and then we can place it underneath their chin and bring it up over top of their head. Okay. This Hereford steer weighs about 1,000 pounds and has never had a halter. I sorted him from his pen mates into this pen. This is an area of about 10 foot by 12 foot and is big enough for him and to get away from me, but it's close enough that I can work with him. You notice he's trying to get through the bars and his tail is moving quite a bit. He's a little bit stressed that I'm next to him, but you can see he's not fighting, and he's kind of curious about what I'm doing. Each animal has their own flight zone, and he will try to get away, as this is a new experience. But I'm going to quietly approach him and touch him with the show stick. By taking my time and watching his response, I'm able to quickly determine if he will allow me to put the halter on him. You will notice it takes that this is not a timed event. This will take just as long as it will take. This is only a 15-minute video, but during this entire time I'm trying to build trust with this calf and moving in such a manner that he doesn't feel threatened by me. He's going to go back to his pen mates. He's moving his tail a little bit. He's really wanting to get away from me, but he's actually not excited. He's not that stressed from this experience. He's actually quite curious about what we're doing. I'll touch him again with the show stick and watch his ears, watch his tail, and see how he responds. I take my time with the show stick, rubbing him on his rump and across his back, waiting for him to let me know it's okay to proceed a little bit more. He moves and I back up, giving him more space and relieving the pressure from standing close to him. I feel he's comfortable enough I can put the halter on. So I put it over the hook that's at the end of the show stick and attempt to put the halter on. He actually accepts the halter fairly well, and I pull it and I notice that it's not quite the right size for his head. I drop the lead rope because I don't want it to be snug on his head until I have the proper fit on him. He wants to get away, puts his head through the bars, but is really not very stressed about this experience. I scratch him and let him know that I'm not going to hurt him. The show sticks allow me to touch him, but be out of range in case he decides to kick. This halter breaking technique is what the professional show people use, in that they don't get the calf into the chute at all. They simply spend time with the calf. Sometimes it takes 15 minutes, sometimes 20, 30, maybe even 40 minutes. But it's a low stress method. It's low stress for the handler. It's low stress for the animal. So I'm going to adjust the halter and try to put it on again. Notice the calf is relatively calm. He's not fighting me. He's not fighting the rope really. He's really not that stressed. It's a nice thing about this particular breed of cattle that I'm working with. Hereford cattle are pretty docile cattle and make great projects for first-time showmen. I'll scratch him again and I'll wait, give him some time for his tail to quit moving. He's showing that he has some stress when he's moving his tail, but it's very low levels. He just wants to be away from me. He's not really trying to kick me or fight me or anything like that. You notice his tail's just drooping. He's really not stressed that much at all. I need him to stand in a certain position. I am right-handed, and I need to stand on his left side to put this halter on. It's more comfortable for me, and so I'm going to have to work to move him in a position that will allow me to get the halter on. Again, I use the show stick, just rubbing on him and trying to move him into position so that he knows that he can trust me. I'm not here to hurt him, and it's simply part of the process of getting to know each other. The reason we'd put this halter on is to show animals at a fair, maybe a state fair, or even at a regional or national fair. And so this technique is a really nice way of doing this. There's not really many reasons that anybody would put a halter onto a cow, but when it's done, it's nice if it can be done in a low stress manner, which is what I'm trying to illustrate here today.